Turning to a complex and developing international story that's sparking debate. Now, new documents reveal the federal government has entered into a $9 million lobbying contract. Now, the goal? To hire a firm, the DCI Group, to assist in communicating its actions on highly sensitive issues, like protecting Christians in Nigeria, to the United States government. Now, this contract was filed by Asta Legal, a legal firm in Nigeria's Kaduna State, on behalf of the country's national security advisor, Nuhu Ribadu. On one hand, this is framed as necessary international advocacy and diplomacy for a grave humanitarian concern. On the other hand, it raises immediate questions about the use of significant public funds to pay overseas lobbyists. Now, this morning, we want your perspective. Is this a prudent and vital use of resources to defend a persecuted community? Or does this $9 million contract for lobbying raise more questions than it answers? Now, today we're asking the $9 million to lobby for Nigeria's Christians, vital advocacy or questionable spending? We'd like to hear from you. The numbers are displayed right on your screen. Make sure you pick up your phone, call us in, or send a WhatsApp message. Now, at this point, from looking at this and getting this information of getting or giving out or hiring this group to change Nigeria's image in the eyes of the United States. I would say that because at the end of the day, the firm that was hired is speculated to be a Republican-connected firm, the DCI Group, and it has affiliations with United States President Donald Trump. Now we have our first caller on the line. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you today? I'll be calling from London.
Good morning, Ade. Thank you for joining us. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Yes. I'm not really familiar with this story, but if it is true, the $9 million, I don't think America can take bribe. So that's why I'm confused. I don't believe America will take such money because that should be bribe. But if it's spent on other things to lobby for whatever reason, as long as it brings peace, I think I will agree with it. Because $9 million, if you check, it's nothing compared to what allegedly Emefiele stole, Malami stole, and all all those people. What's $9 million to them? So if you bring this to a country, I think it's a small amount. Because before I can say something is bad, I must weigh the options. For a whole country like Nigeria, if they spend $9 million to lobby, it's a small amount of money compared to what are being embezzled. And those who allegedly stole that money are still working free, going for party meeting everywhere. So why should I complain? As long as it brings peace to my country, you see, because life is sacrosanct. As long as we have a peace. Look at what you showed this morning now. A widow, as to who the other has served the nation, is doing housemaid. I nearly shed tears. So I'm asking God to give me the opportunity to bless people like that. She shouldn't be doing housework, but because they are stealing, those who stole the money, why can't they see this type of woman and give money to them, like Malami give money to this woman? So to me, $9 million is a small amount compared to what has happened. That's my whole contribution for you. God bless Nigeria.
All right, thank you very much for that, Ade. Now, to get a clear picture, we know that last year, the United States President has designated Nigeria a country of particular concern. Now, at this moment, the federal government has shelled out $9 million to hire a firm, the DCI Group, to shape its image, to shape Nigeria's image in the eyes of the United States, to see Nigeria as a country not a a country of particular concern, making sure that its image is fixed. It's like a damage control that the federal government or Nigeria is doing in the eyes of the United States. I believe that Nigeria and the United States are in collaboration in a lot of things when it comes to helping out the military in non-kinetic ways. But at this point, it is quite important to understand, looking at Nigeria being designated as a country of particular concern, especially with allegations of genocide against Christians, now shelling out this money to a Republican-connected firm, which has been speculated has so much connection with the United States president, and some part of that group are part of people that people that shape the image of the United States president as well. Now let's take our next caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Good morning, thank you for joining us. What is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Mr. Sam. I'm calling from Cross River.
All right, good morning, Mr. Sam. Go ahead with your thoughts.
All right, so the 9 million lobby for as contract for image laundering. You see, I've always emphasized and at different fora, I've said that most Nigerians as we have today are more interested in keeping their job than doing their job. If you have an image problem, why not you work on the image itself by removing those things that gave you the bad name in the first place, instead of window dressing? We take a lot of things for granted in this country. We've seen padded pyramids in this country, where people get padded pyramid in the name that we have rice. Let it look as if the rice is so much, meanwhile there was no rice. We laugh, we joke over it. These are some of the things that have led the country to this level. That, for example, you have a child who is starving at home, no food. Instead of looking for food for the child, you now pay a journalist or someone to say that you have food in your house. Which is cheaper? Is it to find food and give to the child, or to give people money to tell the world that you are fine in your house? So I think the federal government should really put up their thinking cap and know that Nigerians are aware that they are just doing window dressing. Everything is for the optics, because even the inflation figures that they keep bringing in, it is not reflecting in our daily lives. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Sam, for that. Now, looking at this hire, according to reports, the job of the firm is quite simple: to convince the Trump administration and key United States lawmakers that Nigeria is taking action to protect Christian communities and that it deserves continued United States support in the fight against jihadists and other armed groups. Now, the question is Nigeria really, fighting what it needs to fight at this moment? Is it doing its due diligence in making sure that, yes, that designation is out the window, out the picture, and the allegations of Christian genocide is taken out as well, making sure that all in Nigeria are safe, sound lives and property? But is it just an image issue or an action issue at this point? Now, looking at it, having to go outside the country to take funds, about $9 million, that is a lot of money to hire a firm in making sure that it perfects the image of Nigeria in the eyes of the United States, not only to be able to get benefits from the United States, but to be kept off that list of a country of particular concern and to scrap out those allegations of genocides against Christians in Nigeria. Now, let's take our next caller before we continue. All right, can you turn down the volume of your TV set so that we can hear you clearly?
Okay. Good morning. Can you hear me?
You have to turn down the volume of your TV set before we can hear you clearly. All right. Thank you for turning that down. What is your name and where are you calling from? All right, we lost that caller. But as a reminder, the rules of engagement, when calling in, make sure you turn off your TV or turn down the volume of your TV set so that we can hear your point clearly. Now, looking at this, at the heels of 2027 elections, Nigeria at this point has to have a clear image. Aside from that, making sure that all on ground is ticked up. But are we doing that for the country, for the people of Nigeria, or are we just, painting on top of what is ugly? All right, we have another caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Hauwa. Good morning, Trust TV family. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Maiduguri. This is Shatima Yakudima calling from Maiduguri.
Good morning, Shatima. Thank you for joining us.
Morning, Hauwa. I really appreciate Ade and that caller from Sam. I don't know where he called from. I didn't have him very well, but he really speak my mind. You see, honestly speaking, whatever you do, if you are bad, you remain as bad as you are. No amount of cosmetic that will make you to be good. If at all you want people to appreciate and say that you are good, try and change. Try and change. Turn to a positive way. Try and be good to the people. Try and arrest all this nonsense that is happening in the country. Do whatever you will do reasonably and necessary to put things into order. Make sure that you romance your people well, not foreign powers. These foreign powers, you don't have any contract with them. The contract that you have is between you and the citizens of the country. If at all our people are feeling or they are experiencing the hardship, try and change that hardship to be a better life so that we can appreciate you. But giving this money in order to cover up your menace will not do. It will not work. It will not work. Like my brother Sam was saying, you see, these indices of inflation is a peck. We know that it's a peck. But because what we are peeling, we know how we are peeling and we are still peeling it. And we know from where this government peaked. And we know where we are today. Nobody can tell us anything that we can understand unless if we feel better. If we feel in our body, we know things are going better. But how many families today, they cannot afford 3 square meals? People, they cannot pay the school fee of their children. And you are still saying the country is good, the economic is growing. What kind of miscontradction is that? This is contradiction. You should try as much as possible to do what brought you to power. The reason why we voted for you is for you to sanitize the country, to promote the country. But the economy of the country is going backward each and every day, which we all know. There is any statement from anywhere can wash out this. But even though we know, even the foreign powers themselves knows that there is not any genocide against Christians. It's genocide against all citizens of Nigeria, regardless of your religion, regardless of your background, from whatever ethnic group you come from. These bandits and these Boko Haram, they are after Nigerians, not any part of it is not whether you are from the Christian sect or you are from the Muslim sect. Even pagan was not reserved. Provided if you are a citizen of Nigeria and you are living in Nigeria, this war is against you. We should try as much as possible to fix that thing. Not romancing foreign powers. And their press over you will not help you. Will not help you. And the contract that you have is between you and the citizen. Try and deny to the citizen. Try and correct all these shortcomings. That's the only thing that we can appreciate you. You see, this is a contract between you and the citizen, as I said earlier. We voted for you. We voted for you, not for you to be romancing foreign power and giving them a lobbying contract. It will not help. May Allah restore the peace of our country. May Allah sanitize the mind of our leaders to be a better leaders, the leaders that they will touch the life of the citizen in so many ways. Thank you so much and have a nice day.
All right, thank you very much, Shatima, for that. Now, let's look at this $9 million. That's roughly around 13.5 billion naira in taxpayers' money. And what can be done with that 13.5 billion naira? We can have security fixes when it comes to the insecurity that is going on in Nigeria at this point. It can be utilized and can be used to make sure that that insecurity that has been bedeviling Nigerians comes to pass. And aside from that, we have roads that could be done, schools, when it comes to our healthcare, hospitals, the police, soldiers as well. There are lots of things that can be done with that. Make sure that you fix what the problem was or what the problem has been internally, instead of providing that money or shelling out that amount of money in hiring people that would lobby for Nigeria's image. Now, looking at is this the main solution for this problem? And looking back, we can understand that this is not the first time that Nigeria has shelled out, money to making sure that its image is looking good and looking intact as well. But Nigerians, what do you think is the best for Nigeria? You're living in Nigeria, you know what the condition is. At this point, do you think that an image maker or changer or remolder is what Nigeria needs, or really addressing the real issues that are going on in the country? But let's take our next caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, this is Abasekon calling from Gombe State.
Good morning, Abasekon. Thank you for joining us. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Good morning, Hauwa. God bless Trust TV. Sincerely speaking, I would really appreciate Trust TV. Wonderful topic, wonderful comments from Shatima. Each time I hear Shatima speak, by coming on board, I don't need to come on board again. But Shatima is very intelligent, and God will continue to strengthen me. Sincerely speaking, you see, no foreign country loves this country better than we do. Even when you hear America say they want to come and protect this country, kind of securing this country, they have something behind them. They have something behind them. They are looking at one thing or the other to steal from this country. That is why I don't succumb to allowing America to come into this country to give us security. We have the prerogative. We have what it takes to secure this country. Look at the lobbying contract. Why on earth must this happen in this country? If we are so transparent, we must start looking back and then go to the drawing board. Where have we failed? And let's come back to the drawing board and put our axes together and the round peg in the round position, not otherwise. Once we don't do this, we will continue to be backward. Just like Shatima said, we will not make headway. This country is for all of us. Both the Christian, the Muslim, and the non-Christian and the non-Muslim. We should all come together and build this country. we should forget religion, we should forget sentiment. We must carry the country of this, we must carry the affairs of this country forward. And we must bring in God into our system. Any country that does not bring God into the system has failed already. And to this, I just want to add by saying that paying attention to our emotion will not allow the physical realm to take its position. We must pursue that thing that is not temporary, but we must pursue those things that are permanent. God will continue to bless Trust TV. Because each time I see the comments people are making and what people are making us to understand, I am always elated. May God bless people and may God bless Nigeria. Thank you, Trust TV, for all the laudable ideas you have impacting on we women. May God bless you and bless Trust TV.
All right, thank you very much, Abbas Sinkong, for that. Now, at some point, some critics might say that Nigeria is trying to appease the United States in some way. But let's take a look at some WhatsApp messages that we have right here. We have one from Nandi Betty from Ogoja. It says, "Good morning, Trust TV. Our leaders have a very irritating way of squandering public funds. What will be the effect of this lobbying on the lingering insecurity in the country?" Now, anyway, the popular adage is that in government, if you want to steal public funds, embark on a project. Terrorism has been entrenched in Nigeria, an indisputable fact. No amount of window dressing to the outside world can wish it away. All right, thank you very much, Nandi Bete, for that. Next up, we have a message from Adamu Muhammad Usman from Kafung Hausa in Jigawa State, and he says, "Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Hauwa. I want to use this opportunity to say a big thank you to Trust Television for your yesterday's documentary on the life and death of Sir Ahmed Bello Sardauna of Sokoto, the Premier of Northern Region. I truly enjoyed watching and listening. Well done." Now, the documentary was rich, apt, timely, historic, educating, enlightening, memorable, and it was painful because of his or their assassination. So sad. May Allah have mercy on him and the rest of them. I don't think I can support this move. Please let Nigeria be itself and remain itself for the love of God. Remember, the highest form of self-respect and power is detachment. And what accompanied this is to stop begging, stop chasing, and to stop lobbying. I'm totally lost on some certain issues about my country, Nigeria. Nigeria should try to be firm, fair, and do the needful. May Allah help us and also see us through. All right, thank you very much, Adamu Muhammad Usman, for that. Now, that is all we have for the phone-in segment. Thank you to all that called in and those that send in their WhatsApp messages.